Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I've learned as I've grown into the person that I am today. And I brought a couple meditation books with me, like I do every day. I brought the two Melody Beatty books with me, Journey to the Heart, which somebody sent me a new copy, so I'm so excited. It's not tattered and torn like my other book that I read with love through the years and just tore it apart. No, I had it for so many years that it was just falling to pieces. So this was so nice. I really appreciate it. And then I also have The Language of Letting Go, which is the sister book to Codependent No More. I love this book. I love Codependent No More. Besides my basic text for recovery, Codependent No More probably changed my life more than any other book that I've ever read that was like motivational or inspirational book. I don't love the title self-help books, but I mean, that's what they're called too, right? And I usually keep a copy of it with me, and so if I'm with somebody and like I'm talking about it, typically in like a recovery situation, and they have never heard of it or read it before, I'm like, you need to read this book. It will change your life, trust me, because it talks about how we define ourselves, you know, through our relationships with other people. If you can get past, the beginning of it is mostly about like wives with their husbands who are alcoholic, but if you can get past that and you can kind of apply the lessons to yourself, then it really is about the whole idea of codependency, which Melody Beatty, I mean, she kind of termed the phrase. She used to run the family program at Hazelden Treatment Center. I believe it was at Hazelden Treatment Center, and I guess I could look right on here, couldn't I? I'm almost positive, because she has a book called 40 Days and 40 Nights, and she talks a lot about like her growing up in there, or her early days of being in recovery herself from codependency, and she talks a lot in there about her experiences, you know, and all that kind of stuff. She is just fantastic. I love her, so I love all of her work. Go check her out if you haven't already. This is right here. Melody Beatty is the New York Times bestselling author. Stumbling over my words. I just did a 44-minute Q&A, so I've been talking nonstop for 44 minutes. Melody Beatty is the New York Times bestselling author of Codependent No More, Beyond Codependency, and the Lessons of Love. Maybe it was Lessons of Love that I read that was about that, because she talked a lot about her marriage in there. Visit the author online at melodybeatty.com. All right, so let's, but I want to actually read from the two books that my husband just recently got me, Daily Kindness and Daily Joy, and they're literally just quotes for the day. But I really like them, and they have very cool pictures in here, and so I thought to just start with these kind of like little small moments would be kind of a cool new thing to do. I did it the other day on the, let's see what day it was, the 16th. I did it that day. Okay, so it's the 19th. Instruction does much, but encouragement, everything. I love this quote. You know, I don't think that we encourage people as much as we possibly could, you know, and believe in people. And there have been many moments in my life that, you know, I haven't, or maybe, I don't know, like it read on the outside more that maybe I didn't, you know, think that they could, or I didn't think that I could, you know. And I look at like really the people that I had in my life. Like I had a lot of teachers that inspired me. I had a lot of mentors that inspired me, right? But the reality is the coaches who like were pushing me the hardest because they believed in me, you know, that really sent me encouragement. I'm a believer, okay, in the truth, okay, but like being direct with somebody about this, like, if it's something that people really want to improve on, I'm a believer in, well, you need to probably do this and you need to probably do that, right? I think like, you know, being like in my undergraduate degree, my undergraduate degree is in English. I have a BA in English, and then I have a master's degree in social work. But in my undergraduate degree, I took tons of creative writing classes because I focused on creative writing. And, you know, it really taught me to kind of separate criticism from it being personal, if that makes sense. And I think we live in a world where it's often hard to take criticism about things you want to improve on because we take it so personally, right? So if somebody says, well, you could do it better if you did this, we don't hear that as instruction. We hear that as, you're trying to hurt my feelings, or you don't believe in me, or whatever, you know? And in those moments where I've looked at somebody and, you know, like thought like, I don't know that they can achieve this, or I don't know that they can do that, you know, whatever. Like, if maybe, like, I said to them, and I have at times, you know, and people have been so kind to do this to me, like, if you did this, it might take you further, or if you did this, like, it may make you stronger in this area, you know what I mean? And I'm so blessed that I've had people that were able to be direct with me, but kind and caring and loving at the same time, like, encouraging me, like, I know you can do this, Like, I know you can accomplish this task, but you need to look at it from this point of view, or you need to do something different, right? Like, have you ever, like, tried to do something on your own over and over and over again, and it's just not working? I'm trying to think of an example, and it's just not working, but then you, like, ask somebody for help, and that knows how to do it, and they show you, and you're like, God, that was so simple. Okay, this is, like, a prime example of something I had to do today, right? Like, I'm really big on asking for help. So, I had this thing come up in my car that said key fob battery low, and I was like, ooh, this is gonna either make me sound like a total idiot to people, or there's a few of you out there that probably like me, right? I'm like, well, I could probably go and try to buy this battery and look online on a YouTube video and replace it myself, but I was like, no. I went to AutoZone. They're always fantastic there. They do, you know, they're just really, really nice, and they'll tell me, like, we can either do this or we can't. So I went in there and I asked this guy that's always so helpful to me. I said, yeah, it's saying that my key fob battery is low. And he's like, well, some of them I won't change if it's like, because I don't want to like break it and then it's too expensive to replace. He was like, but let me look at yours. He's like, yeah, this is really easy to do, right? Okay, this is going to sound so stupid, but I have one of those things where you push the button and you push the brake and the car starts. So, I just assumed there was no key. So he pulls it apart and there's a key inside. And I go, there was a key in there? And he goes, yeah, you didn't know that? I go, no, I had no clue. He goes, yeah, you can take it out to like actually get in your car and start your car if the key fob goes out. He said, but the key fob will never go completely out. Like, you can always find kind of some small signal in case you need to get out of like a really bad situation. And I said, oh my God. And he was like, yeah. And so he changed the battery for me. He showed me how to change the battery. You know, he taught me, so in the future I can do it myself. He showed me how to open the key fob thing. And it was like, in asking for help, I was able to learn, you know. He didn't call me stupid. I mean, he looked at me and he was like, you can do this on your own. Trust me. He was like, after you see me do it once. And I looked at him and I thought, yeah, I can do this on my own, you know. And there are so many people out there that are so kind that were willing to teach you. And he was just absolutely fantastic. So that goes out to, his name's Jay, and he's at the Fisher's AutoZone in Indiana. But just fantastic, you know, just absolutely fantastic and willing to help and so kind in doing so. But we have to be open to receiving that as well. And so I think at times I haven't been open to receiving criticism, and I know that, you know, I've witnessed that around me with other people, and it's like, well, you probably won't learn the lesson until you're willing to be open, not necessarily just to criticism, but be open to the learning of it, you know. And I think instead of hearing it maybe always as criticism, as hearing it as somebody wants to help you. Like, I can look at so many times in my life where I thought somebody was criticizing me when in reality they were really just wanting to help me, you know what I mean? But I think that was maybe Peter of younger years. I'm not so much like that today. All right, let's read one from Daily Joy. Look at that. Oh my God, an entire field of sunflowers. Can you see? If I drove by that, I would have to run through it. Okay, August 19th. Let's get to this. These pictures are beautiful in here. Oh my God, there's a leaf for fall. Oh, our anniversary. Oh, look at the picture of our anniversary. It looks like a pizza. Okay. Pages are, okay. August 19th. We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine better. J.K. Rowling. This is a lot like what I was just talking about. You know, I think like it's so much in believing in yourself. You know, what are those things that you want to accomplish in this world? What are those things that you want to learn? You know, I just finished watching The Good Place, and there's a part in it when, I think her name is pronounced Jamila Jamil, who, why can't I think of her name? I just watched 50 episodes of the show. I can't think of her name. But anyway, she has all these things she wants to learn. And like, she has this checklist, and it's like, make a chair, like pave a driveway. It's like all these things that, Tahari, is that her name, Tahari? Anyway, she has all these things that she wants to learn, you know? And I think, like, we don't often do that in life. Think about all these things that we want to learn and allow other people to teach us, you know? And so the idea is to believe in ourselves and believe that everything that we need is within ourselves, you know? And I do believe that. I just believe that sometimes I need help from other people, or I need to learn a little bit more, read up a little bit more on it, you know? But there's nothing that I can't do. One of the, like, people always ask me, like, what is something that you wish that you knew at 22 or 23 that you didn't know till later? You know, and that was the year that I got sober. So I got sober at 22 and a half. What I wish I had known then that I know now is that anything in my life is possible. Anything that I want to make true, I can make true. You know, if I wanted to be, I don't know, like, well, like a lot of it is luck. I will say that, like winning an Oscar, or I'm not saying that people that win an Oscar aren't talented. I'm saying getting to that position of when getting that role and things like that, or getting to the position where you meet a producer to produce an album that will win a Grammy. So it's like if I want to win a Grammy, right? Well, a lot of that has to do with luck and networking, even if you're the most talented singer in the entire world. But if I never try, I'll never know, And one of the things I used to say a lot is like the difference between me and Tom Cruise. Well, now he's crazy, so there's a lot of differences. But the difference between me and Tom Cruise, other than how we look, I used to have such a crush on Tom Cruise. But anyway, is that he showed up for the audition. And there's, I really believe that to some degree, that like the people that like push the hardest and work the hardest and want the most are the ones that are most successful in life, Yeah, there are people that just have an easy street and things are just handed to them. But I also think that a lot of it is about like really, you have to want something so bad inside and really believe that you can accomplish that, Like, have you ever met somebody that's just like, oh, I know that this will happen? I have a friend of mine, and he just is like this. I mean, he like just truly believes that like, we'll be talking about something. He'll be like, well, I know that this is going to happen. I just have to do all this work to get there. Like he truly believes in it. And it's like, whenever I hear it, it's always kind of like, it feels a little off-putting at first. And I think it's because like, I'm not used to that level of like confidence and self-belief. Like that's a place that I have to work really hard to get to. You know what I mean? And I'm working harder to get there. I do believe that I have everything within me to be as successful as I want to be in every endeavor that I do in my life. Tapping into that is a different story. Laziness, and not putting any kind of effort into things, that's a different story too, like I think we all get very lazy in pursuing our dreams, I think that happens with a lot. I always hear people say like, well, I got married, or I had kids and this happened and my dreams got put to the side, and it's like, okay, but there are a lot of people that got married, had kids, did all kinds of things and were completely successful as well, like Toni Morrison won Pulitzer Prize winning novels and worked all day long and, put her kids to bed and did their homework with them and fed them and stuff like that, and then wrote at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. So how bad do you want it? I think you have to ask yourself that question. How bad do I want it inside, All right, let me read one last meditation, or so I'm going to read from Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie, simply because I just picked up this book. I went to June 19th. Nope, we need 2 months later, thank you. Okay. Your destiny is now. God, these are all kind of themed together. August 19th, your destiny is now. The train seemed to move endlessly toward the horizon as I drove along beside it. To me, trains symbolize destiny. For a long time, the concept of destiny confused me. I wondered how to find my destiny. I hoped I had one. I wondered what it would feel like when I got there, but destiny doesn't bewilder me anymore. I enjoy seeing trains. Destiny isn't some distant place or a peak of fame and fortune. Destiny isn't one moment in our lives, one time when we shine for all the world to see. Those moments are nice if they come. But there's more to destiny than that. Destiny is now. Destiny is each moment of our lives shining through, linking together like the endless cars on the train. Destiny means embracing each moment, being present for it, cherishing it because it is our now. Whether it holds exhilaration, discovery, sadness, tough decisions, confusion, or tender love, each moment is our destiny. These moments of destiny link together in an endless chain to become our lives. Let yourself live and be in each moment with each person, learning each lesson along the way. Destiny isn't someplace we go. Destiny is where we are. I really liked that. Like I said, I finished The Good Place last night, and there was this moment when one of the characters says, somebody's saying something about don't forget me, and I hope you don't forget me. And the other character says back something to the effect of, like, every time I remember you, I'm living in that moment now, And I love that idea, of like, when you revisit a memory, it's like you're living it over and over and over again. You know what I mean? Like that moment. And I like that idea. Beautiful meditation. I love Melody Beattie. So anyway, that is it for today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. You made it halfway through the week. Happy hump day. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.